The violence that occurred in Kenya necessitated the International Criminal Court, ICC, to indict both Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy, William Ruto, for crimes against humanity after the post-election ethnic violence. President Uhuru's case in the Hague ICC has since collapsed due to the lack of evidence, as most of the witnesses in his case were bribed, intimidated, disappeared, or died under mysterious circumstances.
On the 3rd of December 2014, the judges of Trial Chamber 5B of the International Criminal Court declined to further adjourn the trial of Mr. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Accordingly, given the state of the evidence in this case, I have no alternative but to withdraw the charges against Mr. Kenyatta. Earlier today, I filed a notice to withdraw charges against Mr. Kenyatta. I am doing so without prejudice to the possibility of bringing a new case should additional evidence become available.
Deputy President Ruto's case is still ongoing at the ICC in The Hague. Personally, I hope it finally collapses to enable Kenyans to embark seriously on national reconciliation and avoid this resurgence of ethnic political rifts and upsetting the delicate balance, Kenya's ethnic balance of Uhuru's political party, the TNA, and Ruto's political party, URP, which joined together and formed the ruling coalition party, Jubilee Coalition of 2013 after the elections. Uhuru Kenyatta faced charges at the ICC as an indirect co-perpetrator with 5 counts of crimes against humanity, consisting of murder, deportation, or forcible transfer, rape, persecution, and other inhuman acts allegedly committed during the post-election violence in Kenya in 2007-2008. William Ruto, on the other hand, was charged with a criminal responsibility for ordering, soliciting, and inducing commitment of crimes against humanity, which the deputy president faces in The Hague at the ICC.
Thank you, Mr. President, Your Honors. I would, as a person who understands Kiswahili and English very well, and having studied Kiswahili all the way to secondary school, I have seen the translation that is going on here, and Mr. President, the translation is really bad. In fact, part of the reason why you can't make head or tail of what the witness is saying is contributed to a very great extent by the Kiswahili translation. And therefore, and partly it is because the Kiswahili translation is coming from our brothers from Congo.
All right, Mr. Ruto, let's leave it at that. We've noted your point. Your point is that the Kiswahili is it's not good enough.
What I was saying, Mr. President, is in East Africa there are shades of Kiswahili.
All right, let's thank you for the information.
I would really, in fact, looking at it, the witness's English is far better than the Kiswahili translation.
We've noted your observation on the record, and Mr. Kigen Katwa from time to time has also assisted in making certain corrections on the matter. Mr. Steinberg, proceed.
Ruto is charged with one popular radio or broadcaster, Joshua Shang, who used his prime time radio show to help Ruto and his allies to broadcast anti-Kikuyu rhetoric and even help to coordinate attacks through coded messages, and in this way contributed to the violence of 2007-2008 post-election violence as claimed by Bensouda, the chief prosecutor in the ICC case. Remember, the same episode happened in Rwanda genocide when the Hutus used the radio stations to mobilize the Hutu extremists against the Tutsis, and used coded words as cockroaches to annihilate and massacre the Tutsis in the Rwanda genocide of 1994, leading to the slaughter of over 800,000 Tutsis within 100 days by the Hutu extremists. Sadly enough, we never learn from history. That's why the likes of Moses Kuria, with their hate speeches and extremism views of Kenyan society, have to be stopped immediately. He continues to post hate speeches online, inciting the public to violence targeted at specific communities, especially the Luos and the Somalis. The National Cohesion and Integration Commission, which was formed to reduce inter-ethnic conflict, should take its work seriously and not become a toothless dog at the whims of politicians like Moses Kuria and other untouchables in the regime. President Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto are in a unique position to catapult Kenya into greater heights politically, socially, and economically. They are in a better position to bring political harmony and reconciliation among the different Kenyan communities after the aftermath of 2007 and 2008 political violence.
Upon your children. We are proud to be children of. In the name of Jesus we say, but yes to the freedom and running of this nation.
Sitaki kuongea siasa kwa sababu leo ni siku ya maombi, lakini kwa wale ambao wamesahau, juzi Wakenya wamenipatia kazi ingine ya kuwa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Kwa hivyo mimi sasa nataka kuongea kama rais, sio kama Uhuru na sio siasa, ni kama rais. Na nataka niseme hivi, kuna wengine ambao wanapiga mdomo juu ya hii mambo ya VAT.
History will judge them harshly if they squander their chance to lead this country into greater heights. Kenya needs visionary leaders to turn it into economic giant like Singapore, which is now a force in the world economically, and achieve independence at the same time as Kenya. In 1965, Kenya's gross domestic product, GDP, was better than that of Singapore, but right now it pales in comparison. The question therefore is this: when did it start raining on us Kenyans? What went wrong, if I may ask? The past and the present Kenyan leaders have surrounded themselves with narrow-minded, unprincipled, corrupt, sycophant, short-sighted, self-centered, illiterate, and parochial mentality leaders without vision. Ethnicity, tribalism, and nepotism in our society has been the name of the game, leading to a disservice to the Kenyan populace. Kenya needs visionary leaders. Kenyans should wake up also and stop being gullible to the dictates of the politicians. For how long are you going to be hoodwinked by the same politicians, using your ethnicity to divide you as you continue to wallow in poverty, and they laugh all the way to the bank after looting your resources? Your vote is your weapon, and you deserve the leaders that you elect. Choices you make have consequences, and therefore you have to choose your leaders wisely. Be a designer of your life, and let no one decide it for you. Stop being a bystander and act where you can, and you can totally help in changing Kenya's destiny. Don't let these unscrupulous politicians destroy all your gains after 51 years of independence. Let's take our Kenya back. Stop the eliminations, the killings, corruptions, tribalism, nepotism, sycophancy, and the genocide. Remember what happened in Rwanda? The genocide in Rwanda was as a result of political rhetoric, which we are now seeing happening in Kenya, and those in authority are encouraging. Let us stop it now before it is too late. It is you and me to stop it, and don't wait for anyone else. Let us come together for the prosperous Kenya for all of us and fight back the selfish, egocentric few. Let us come together and end the culture of silence that hurts the victims most. We are all Kenyans. Thank you.